Hi, today we're looking at the Human Body Learning Journal, and this one is particularly for primary schools, and this is a slightly thicker journal, hence the plastic binding. This is the largest journal I've made this far, and it was pretty comprehensive. So your child gets to learn about the body systems, there's colour and design pages, health tips, some super sayings so we can get some English idioms in, media study, word study, anatomy, comics, and a bunch of experiments too. So this will count towards a lot of different subjects. I like to cover many subjects in one book. So here's some of the super sayings. So the saying, "It went over my head." How does that apply to English, to your child's understanding? So what does it mean? So you might need to discuss that with them so they can write it in. Let's put our heads together so they can try out this one for starters before they find some more in the rest of the journal. And we have some suggested resources in here, some YouTube channels, and a few books from the library. And then we look at the various content in here. So I like the idea of the machine, the body being a machine, so hence the machine theme all throughout. And then we go through my body can learn, my body can move, my body can clean, my body can heal, my body can create. So all throughout I've chosen colouring pictures that are machine orientated. So it's a research type journal. So this one is the organic substances. So what in your house you will have to help your child with this journal to find some of the answers for this. What in your house is made up of carbon and nitrogen and calcium and so on, so that they can relate to some of the compounds that are actually made up, that their body's made up of. So then we get into DNA and genes. I have a suggested resource here. These would be videos on YouTube, freely available. So if you don't like their style, you can look up another video or documentary that you might want to watch on genes. So your child can map the family traits, big ears, noses, funny toes, whatever they want to track that they have inherited through their family. And then on we go, biology in the news, comics and notes. So some families want to go deep on certain topics or pick up something that's not in the journal, and that's what these note pages are for. The cell. So this is for primary school level. We've kept this quite basic. Design and draw. So they might want to draw a cell here. If they don't want to draw anything human body related, get them to draw a machine and count it towards technology. So all the different body systems. And it's pretty intensive, so I'm not going to go through every single page, but this is a glossary so they can track the new words that they've been learning. So this counts towards spelling in English. I'm just going to flick through here now. So we go through the nerves. This is a fun page for sleep. Sensing your surroundings. So if your child doesn't like writing a whole lot, as long as they understand what this body part is for, they can draw something here or just write a single word, but it's to help guide you through learning the human body. These are super sayings. So some drawings they get to label and some are already labeled. You might find a picture that's more interesting for them and you can use that. So here's some experiments. This one's on how the eardrum works. So it's just using equipment that's lying around your house, generally available in a home. And yeah, I've tried to cover every area of the body with lots of fun areas for them to just think and track their learning, and just to get a general overview of what the body is like. So for instance, this picture here, sorry, not that one, this one, in their books, most books that talk about the heart anatomy would have red and blue showing which oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood, where the areas are in the heart. So they can look at those pictures and then colour it in after they've labelled the diagram. And I'll just take you through the reproduction system, because this is a system that is not often seen in kids' anatomy books. So we start with the sperm and the egg, what it is, what it does, and the fact that every living animal on this earth requires sperm and an egg to be created. There's a very good fertilization video. I took a long time to find something that's suitable for all kid ages and that's understandable for them. So that is actually a very good conception video without getting anything graphic or sexual. So the parts for both men and women, and then doing the reproductive system parts. This again, where do babies come from? Again, is very well done in this video, and it's about how the DNA is carried from each cell, each sperm or egg, and how babies grow. So this will create an understanding and a respect for pregnancy, I believe. As your child tracks the weeks, they can print out pictures from the internet, or if you have an old book or magazine they can cut out of, and they can fill in what's grown on the baby in those time frames. And yeah, this is a page for all the questions that they have. So there might be some awkward questions that come up, and your child might not quite be ready to ask them. Maybe they're not even ready to ask you specifically, but they can write the questions down, and you can just guide them through that section. And then we have creating with the brain. The brain parts are done in a previous section, but this one is more about the actual workings of the brain, what the brain can do in the body. So I've tried to bring in various ways that they can show respect for their body as well, helping them understand sugar and artificial light and creative ways, fiber and so on, emotions. So yeah, you can grab your copy over at learningandjournaling.com. This is the Human Body Journal, primary school level.